7.
Reducing the dependence on imported oil is a vital global issue. Diesels, often dismissed as too dirty and noisy, have never caught on with American buyers. But now, clean, fast diesels are starting to trickle into the U.S. from Europe. So we asked FYI reporter Anquinette Crosby to look at the problems and promises of that ever becoming a diesel flood.
This is the image most people have of diesels, heavy-duty, noisy trucks, but not anymore. Automakers are trying to clean up that image and are hoping that you buy into the notion that diesels are the way to go.
Automakers know that steering U.S. car buyers in the diesel direction is going to be a tough sell. In Europe, diesels practically dominate the road. More than 40% of the new cars and trucks sold there are diesel, compared to less than 5% here in the U.S. And in America, diesel fuel costs slightly more than gasoline in most states. In Europe, it is generally cheaper. So why is America's distaste for diesel so strong? Well, think back to diesel dinosaurs like the 80s Olds 98 or this Chevette. Their noise, dirty exhaust, and poor reliability gave diesels a bad name.
Don't like the odor of it when I'm behind a car or truck with diesel fuel.
But contrary to what many Americans think, today's diesels are actually much cleaner and quieter than what they used to be.
It's not your father's diesel anymore. These technologies operate very well in all kind of climate conditions. A lot of folks used to be concerned about diesel starting when the weather was cold. Well, today's diesel fuel, and especially tomorrow's diesel fuel, there won't be any issues with worrying about fuel and engine starting and performance like that. The other issue is noise. For Americans and consumers to be very interested in diesel technology, we think they have to be able to have the same kind of noise signature as a gasoline, which means they don't really want to hear it. So we want to have the engines be far quieter than some of the diesels of the past.
Because those dark days are long gone, due in part to advanced technology that makes diesel cars cleaner and quieter. Take, for instance, these 2003 Volkswagen Jettas. Parked side by side, they look identical. But the diesel version features Volkswagen's TDI, or turbocharged direct injection system. The TDI engine combines improved performance and high fuel economy, 37 miles per gallon in the city and 46 on the highway. That's competitive with the Honda Civic gasoline-electric hybrid.
And one of the key benefits is performance. These vehicles have tremendous low-end torque, about 30% more torque. That's oomph off the mark.
And to illustrate that point, our drag race between this diesel Audi A8D and Porsche 911 would not be too far-fetched. You're likely to see more smoke from the tires than from the exhaust of these modern diesel machines. But these diesel improvements don't come without a price. This diesel Jetta will cost you $1,100 more than its gasoline counterpart. But with a better fuel economy, you could recoup it in less than 3 years. And that has some gas car owners doing a double take.
I would be open to it, yeah, because from what I hear, they last forever, those types of engines.
But where do you go if you need to fuel up with diesel? Well, that could be a little tricky. That's because in the U.S., there are only about 1 in 3 service stations like this one that offer diesel at the pump. But that number will go up once the diesel demand increases.
But before that happens, there are other hurdles automakers must overcome. Beginning in 2007, the standards for emissions will become almost as strict as those for gasoline-powered cars. The U.S. EPA limits the amount of particulates and other pollutants that a vehicle can emit. In order to meet the new standards, there's going to be some big changes in both the diesel fuel that is available in the United States and the vehicles that use it. All diesel fuel sold here will have dramatically reduced sulfur levels. That will allow vehicles to start using exhaust catalysts and some of the other technologies that have been so successful in reducing gasoline emissions over the years. Still, even clean diesels are not as clean as the cleanest gasoline engine. That's why environmental groups continue to oppose diesels. So engineers are working on filters and traps to screen out even some of the smallest remaining particulates. Diesel cars sold in Europe come in all varieties, like this Mini Cooper D, the BMW 740D, and Audi A8D. But as of now, only Germany's Volkswagen sells diesel cars here, while domestic brands offer heavy-duty diesel pickups and SUVs. But the future of diesels here still looks promising. VW is on the fast track to introduce diesel versions of the Passat sedan and Touareg SUV. And Mercedes plans to reintroduce a diesel version of its popular E-Class sedan in the U.S. next year. And there's even talk of a hybrid diesel electric car. So the race is on to put more diesel cars on the road here. And the competition to do that is just heating up.